Hello everyone, it's me, the Randomness Abyss. Welcome to my first storytime video. So anyway, I'll just get straight to the point. If you're new to the channel, you technically know what to do, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and all that jazz. So, anyway, without further ado, let's just jump into this story. So obviously it was yesterday, the day after my birthday. It was the day after my birthday. I need to double check. Usually I do double checks before I can already just say for certain, but yeah, it was yesterday, and I was just going out to take care of the dishes that were used for my lunch, and obviously I hear this entire argument about the Hulu account thing. My mom's friend is just complaining about how she doesn't really use the TV to watch Hulu, and yet she asks my brother Nate if she can use his tablet, and it's like, sure, you can use it as long as you're careful, and he just assumes that my brother Nate said no. And then my mom steps in and asks what's going on and all that. My mom's friend says it doesn't really concern her. And I'm just like, it's my house and all that. And my mom's friend ends up accusing my brother Nate of lying, and that he said no, she couldn't use his tablet and all that. And it was really stupid. Obviously, I was in the hallway, so I heard the entire thing. And technically I was eavesdropping, because I didn't want to walk in during an argument. You know, it's rude to do that when you have like two family members having an argument, and then one of your friends just argues as well. Believe me, if you get caught between those types of cliques, you're not exactly in for a good awakening. Like at all. Sorry if I'm rubbing my nose, but jeez. Yeah. Right, sorry about that entire nose thing. Not really great. I think anyway. And then obviously I'm just losing my mind and just listening to it. And I was tempted to run out and then just do something, but I didn't, because temptations can't really rule over you all the time and all that, you know. And I just went beyond the point, and my mom's friend didn't really want to talk it through calmly without arguing and not being a bitch and all that. She's like, nope, I'm done talking about it, blah, blah, blah. It's like, really? You're acting like a 5-year-old that acts like they're just being stupid or some shit, or just complaining about them having their favorite toy taken away or whatever. Believe me, if you complain about your favorite toy taken away, that's fine, but complaining about the entire thing about someone telling you to be careful with their device, accusing them of saying no to you, that's just pathetic. Like, come on, grow up. Get some fucking help. Something, you know? And then, obviously, after the argument's done, I tell my mom, hey, I heard the entire thing. And obviously, I chose not to go out there, because I don't want to be walking towards the kitchen to take care of my dishes when I'm walking past a crabby person that's acting like an asshole. You know, I don't think anyone would really want to walk by an asshole at all. Believe me, if you're walking by an asshole, you're probably like the bravest person, but me, if it's an adult, no. No. I don't need to hear someone vent at me. I'm just assuming that that's what my mom's friend would do to me. I don't know, because I don't know my mom's friend. I know nothing other than that. And my mom's friend smokes and all that, so that's literally all I know. And then, obviously, here I'm thinking my mom's friend is fake, and the entire anger she's saying was starting to pop up into my head about my mom's friend. You get the entire situation there. And believe me, when you have someone staying over for a while, and they have issues that involve rage and accusing people, well, falsely accusing, and to be more exact, that you shouldn't even allow them to stay in the house. Don't allow them at all. Just chuck them out in the streets. You know, fake friends deserve to be like that. They deserve whatever happens to them. Yeah, no, that's just my opinion. I don't really, know much about what happens out in the streets, since, I didn't grow up like that, you know. Otherwise, my life probably would have been a lot more different. It would have been a lot more toxic, if that was the case. And obviously, here my mom sees me acting more mature than her friend, and it's like, where is the logic? Is it just made out of magical air? Is it made out of air? Is logic now made out of air? Or now? This is what life has come to. If you agree with me, then god damn it, we are in a horrible world. Jokes aside, obviously, I told my mom my opinions about her friend and all of that. I think you can imagine the opinions I had about my mom's friend. I'm sure you can come up with many good ones, but I don't even mention her and all that. Yeah, I'm the age of 17. Yeah, here's someone that claims that she's an adult, complaining about someone using her Hulu account. Like what? What? What has life come down to? I don't know. But at least when I eavesdropped, it gave me a good first story. It was worth the story thing. If I eavesdrop on any argument, I'm gonna have it turned into a story on the internet. I'm gonna, chuck it out there. You can't complain, because I'll do it. I will turn any argument into a story if I have to, especially if it involves someone acting less mature than me. I don't care, really, but come on. Adults need to get some fucking help. Wait, my mom even has a horrible boyfriend. I can tell stories about that one. I had to tell the short version because, 8 to 12 is like a 4-hour time window where I can technically rant behind my mom's friend's back and all that. And I can only do so much within a 4-hour time window. Like, seriously, if you can relate to that story I just told, that's just the short version of it, by the way. Substance. Oh, it probably take me a lot longer to explain what's what and all that, but, yeah, if you can relate to that, you're free to tell me. If it's too personal, I get it. I mean, come on, just ban the fucking drugs. It'll get rid of attitude a lot more. Get rid of it. It'll save, 100% of lives, for the most part. I don't know who invented suicide, but whomever did must have been a total asshole. Let's just be honest there. I don't know who invented that entire suicide thing, but whatever happened, the person was not really deserved. I mean, suicide isn't really a well-deserved thing at all. I don't tolerate it. Nor should you. If you do, you're a total dick. No joke. I mean, unless, of course, you're telling a hater to kill themselves, then that's totally fine, but otherwise, you're not a total dick. When it comes to that stuff, but otherwise, on the contrary, you technically would be. I mean, if you're saying it during an argument, it wasn't intentional, fine. Whatever. I think you get the point. And then, of course, there's the contrary to the point where you're doing it intentionally, you know that. If you're doing it intentionally, you must have been a total dick. And did it to escape all the pain, okay? Not hating on anyone, but, there are those people that do commit suicide after they're realizing, oh, hey, I've been hurt to this person, and I might as well just die. Yeah, I'm leaning in too forward, but come on. You need to move around a little bit until you're telling the story, because it's boring to sit in one position for, a good few moments. Just seriously, if you're gonna have fake friends, just kick them out of your lives. It's just as easy as quote-unquote blocking someone on the internet, it's as easy as that. Because fake friends come and go, just like cyberbullies come and go, so you can't really say much about that, It's the same thing. Same concept. Being put. So, yeah. That's literally that, Anyway, since that's the end of the story, I have a few good story options. I could talk about my gaming addiction and how that came to be. The weirdest things I've said in my sleep, whichever. I could talk about the weirdest thing I've said in gibberish. One time, I could talk about loads of other things. Uh, the times I've played one Star Wars game, and it took me years to beat it. I'm not trying to reference any songs. I do apologize if I'm referencing that song, but you can't exactly go around it. It's not my fault I created that song, so you know how that is. I could talk about some random childhood moments. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I really want to talk about next. I could talk about the first day I met my dog Sammy. Yes, there's obviously a time where you first meet your first pet. And my dog Sammy is technically my first pet that I've ever had in my life. Let's just be honest on that one. But, you can probably imagine. And all the stories I have to tell about my past, what happened, blah blah blah. You can probably imagine. All my beliefs and all that, and I still haven't really figured out what my religion is. I mean, let's see. I could definitely say that. I know some of you are probably wondering what my religion is, so I suppose I should just explain that part of the past before I go anywhere or anything. Like in the video. I used to go to church with my mom and one of my brothers for a good few years, and then sometime last decade we just stopped. And, here I am telling my mom, hey, I want to go to church again, while I'm just playing on her Nintendo Wii, playing a Lego game. Okay. She's like, yeah, but if you want to go to church, you have to do this. Yeah, I'm not going to say what the personal thing is, because I've not discussed that. That's not really any of your business. Personal things aren't your business when it comes to anything that relates to earning things, okay? So don't go questioning it. I don't need to be judged on it. It's just not something I'm here to talk about with you at all. I do apologize for any background noises you do hear. I technically do have my window open. I can also talk about the first time I had my room extremely cold. Like, not like for one entire day, but for a long time. And I still have that obsession of having my bedroom cold. You know how it is when you have a bedroom cold and it feels good. You just gotta get into that vibe. I vibe like that every day, This is how I vibe. I know it's not like vibing to music, but hey, everyone has their own way of vibing in life, okay? This is how I am. I can also talk about elementary moments, all that stuff. I can also, and then of course, things that don't relate to story time. This would be just ranting on random people. If you have someone you want me to rant on, you can let me know. You can message me on Instagram. If you're looking for my Instagram username, it's on the main channel. The part that relates to the About tab that will technically be a thing at any moment is actually, that's where my main channel is actually where I have my Instagram username. I know I have like a link to my Instagram page, but since I changed the username, the link doesn't work. Every time you change the username, that Instagram page link will not work, no matter how many times. It'll just say it's not available, or whatever. So, yeah, trust me, I've tried that. Many people have tried to, actually one other person has tried to get to my Instagram, and it's okay, I'm gonna have to tell it their live stream. It's live stream during that time, so I'm not gonna name names of who did it. if that person wants to reveal themselves, they can. I'm not gonna mind if they want to do that. I mean, it's their choice. I'm not gonna name names. If we did that, I'm not naming any names. That because it's not a person I hate. So, it's not a person I hate. I'm not gonna name names because I respect their privacy. You all know that. And stuff. What they did. So, yeah. I could also talk about. Actually, I do have an interesting story about. And yes, I know it's a video game story. It's called The Spartan That Flew Over the Mountain. Yes, I kid you not, that's an actual thing. You can ask my brothers, they'll tell you all about it. If you were to ask my brothers, they'd tell you all about it. It's funny times. It's actually worth the comedy, so if you want comedy out of a good story like that, let me know if that's the story you want. Just say so in the comments, and I'll definitely do it too. The story that has the highest votes will obviously be told first, and then I'll work my way down. And the one that's least voted for. Believe me, yeah, there is tons of stories I can tell. I could also talk about the time I had my phone taken away by my mom, and I had an outrage. I could definitely talk about that because I have the rights to do that. Believe me, there's various reasons, and you're probably gonna complain about it. But I had my reasons. To be mad about it. Yeah. I'm gonna see if my mom can actually get me the regular Oreos and then get some ketchup, and then I'll just eat some of those and record a video of it. And keep your mind out of the gutter when you think about that. Keep your mind out of the gutter. Believe me, I can definitely record myself eating one of the weirdest food combinations you can see. I could do that at some point. But maybe someday I'll do that. I'll record myself eating the next weirdest thing I've come up with and haven't tried yet. I have so many weird food combinations that relate to Oreos. So just shut up. I'll be weird. Weird kids are meant to be weird. If you know them, then you're weird yourself. So you know how that is. That's just what people say. So I don't make the rules on that one. I didn't make up that term at all. 100%. But that's just the term I go by. Believe me, it's common terms 101. I don't know why my left foot is shaking. Jesus. I had to slap it for no reason. Don't even ask why I slap myself in my feet sometimes. I have weird habits. Believe me, I still have the habit of picking my own fingernails and toenails by hand. That's an addiction. That's a bad habit. I do not condone any of you trying it, because believe me, if you don't have the years of experience doing it, like I do, then you're most likely going to end up hurting yourself. Even though I do end up hurting myself in some ways, but not all the time. 50-50 chance, you know. I talk about the weird thing I did in a video game. I could talk about the weird glitch I found in a video game. I could talk about some of the weird voice impressions I've done. Last decade, I can talk about many things. Good for me. But then again, I actually, surprisingly, I'm opening up, stepping out of my shell a lot more. Telling these stories really helps clear my head. Maybe I should just do storytime videos whenever I need to clear my head. Why the fuck not? Like, who wouldn't want to do that? If you're telling stories, you can definitely clear your head a lot more. You open up a lot more. For those of you that don't open up that much, you should try telling storytime videos. They literally work for opening up. If it's working on me, I'm not even acting, and it could work for you. Oh, how that is. I totally recommend it. Telling stories definitely works. It's perfection. into life. If you don't open up to anything, then I don't know what you're doing with your life, like, at all. I feel like I'm letting my younger self just appear out of nowhere. It's like you're experiencing my... I didn't move my headphones because I was going to lay down on top of my blankets. Use my blankets as my pillow after this video. I need some type of comfy position to do my homework on. But yeah, I don't really open up this much. I like I'm even opening up. I don't even know why I'm opening up, but I rarely open up. But anything. And after one story, I freaking choose to open up. Step out of my shell. Who would have thought that telling stories would help you with that? I don't know why I didn't think of that in the first place. I was being totally idiot. Unless maybe we'll gain enough camera confidence by telling stories. Don't go jinxing it or anything. So if you end up jinxing it, then you're pretty screwing yourself. And you can just be whatever the hell you want. How to be weird 101. So yeah. I've never talked this much, like, at all, in ages. You don't even know how relieving it is. Open up like this. I don't even come up with many things to say, and yet you're hearing me talk my head off after one story time video. Like, holy shit, like, shit. Why did I think of this? God. Damn it. Sorry from stopping. The words had a yawn to go through, when you have yawns, you just stop talking after a while. It feels relieving to really open up, though. If you don't open up, then you're gonna have your own reasons, but me, I just became the way I am by going through cyberbullying shit and all that, it's all good. It's all good. It's relieving to tell stories. If it's relieving to tell stories for one person, it's bound to be that way for some others out there, Just for those of you that don't let your kids start their own YouTube channels, let them tell stories and let them open up that way. You don't need to give them a therapist. YouTube is their fucking therapist now. That's the way I see it. Don't go starting a riot on that, because if you start a riot and I'm held responsible for that, well, I'll just ignore that type of stuff and then delete all of my accounts if you do that. FYI. Hey there, no joke. I delete all of my accounts to see complaints about people starting a riot about such things. Okay, don't go complain at me. If I do that, it's my fault. Yeah. I literally don't have much of a life. Because all I do is make content, do homework, go through basic life. I know, and I can definitely tell you that at some point I might end up doing something other with my YouTube account. My main channel, not this channel, because, but you'll know it once the time comes. You'll know it once the time comes, like 100%. You'll know it. Believe me. You'll know it, Find in the right moment to hit me in the head with knowing what it is. I mean, sure, it's so common, but, a person can dream, and that's how it is. No matter the case. I haven't really talked this much in years. I rarely open up. I don't know why I'm repeating some of that, but it's relieving. Just exhaust some steam. If I need to tell a story and make a video out of it, and that blows off some steam, then whatever. Just need to get this video out of the way. I'm done talking, so this is the Randomness Abyss signing off.